What's up, Console Tenno? In case you haven't heard, the Silver Grove has been stated to be released on September 13th. That's a Tuesday, so be sure to get ready for that. In case you don't know what's in this update, you got the new Titania Warframe, which brings Archwing to regular missions. She's pretty interesting. I've played her on PC and she's a good time. Then you have the Sarpa, which is the new Gunblade, and it is pretty nice as well. Then you have the Helio Core, which is a two-handed melee weapon. And basically, its cool thing that it can do is when you kill an enemy with the weapon, it gets a synthesis scan out of that target. Also, a new secondary called the Pox. Basically, it's a throwing secondary weapon, and it does toxin damage, and it's pretty interesting. So not only will we get these nice weapons, but we'll also get Titania and her quest. So it's going to be a big update. Alright, now that I've gone over all the things we're going to be talking about in this video, let's get into talking about the resources you can acquire to start building these. Alright, so first off, we'll talk about the Sarpa. Basically, this is the new Gunblade, and instead of like the Redeemer, where it felt like when you did a charged attack, it would feel like you were shooting a shotgun, this one shoots a burst fire at an enemy, so it's definitely different right off the bat. It does primarily slash damage, and it requires 20,000 credits for the blueprint, so it doesn't need to be researched in the dojo. It requires an additional 20,000 credits, an axe stiletto, so you will need an additional weapon to build this thing, and that axe stiletto does require clan research, so if you haven't researched it yet, you're going to definitely want to get on that. And then you need 3,300 cryotic, 1,000 plastids, and 2 control modules. Alright, so I went ahead and made an axe stiletto slide, that way you could see what you needed to build the axe stiletto if you don't have it already, and you do have it researched in your dojo. It's going to cost 15,000 credits for the blueprint, then an additional 20,000 credits to build, 2 gallium, 800 salvage, 200 alloy plates, and 1 forma. That's got a 12-hour build time. Now, if you don't have it researched in your clan dojo, I will show you what exactly you need to be able to research it. Now, with different size clans requiring different amounts of resources to be able to research something, I thought it would be best to just create a chart to show you what clans need how much resources and credits in order to be able to start the research of the axe stilettos. So go ahead, feel free to pause it on this slide right here. I'm not going to go through each one and say it because that's just, I don't have the patience for that, but feel free to pause on this slide if you need it, and if not, let's keep going. Next up, let's take a look at the Helio Core. Now, this is a Cephalon Samaris weapon, so you are going to need the synthesis standing to be able to purchase it, like the Simulor. And to get to him, you got to go to the relay and then go up the elevator and talk to him. So when you purchase the weapon with your standing, then you're going to need an additional 20,000 credits, 1 Gamma Core pre-built, 700 polymer bundle, 1200 rubido, and 1 morphix, and that's got a 12-hour build time as well. Now, if you're one of those people that are needing to build a gamma core still, it's going to cost you 35,000 credits for the blueprint, then an additional 20,000 credits to build it, as well as 2,500 alloy plates, 650 plastids, 400 circuits, and 2 argon crystals. Now, if you thought you were going to get away with not having to research any of the new weapons with this new update, you are wrong, because the Pox unfortunately is a biolab weapon, so you're going to have to go near dojo and research it through your biolab, and we'll get to that here in a second for the requirements for that. But the weapon itself requires 15,000 credits for the blueprint, an additional 30,000 credits to build it, with 4 mutagen mass, 6,500 nanospores, 1,200 rubido, and 2 nitane extract. Now, I've laid out all the requirements for the clan research for the Pox, so feel free to pause on this slide and just take an inventory of what you need and what you have, and let's keep moving on. Now, to prevent anybody from getting minorly triggered or whatever on this video, I'm just letting you know right now, I'm about to show you the resource requirements for Titania, and then after that, I'm going to show you some things you can get started on right now to get prepared for Titania's quest. I'm just going to be showing blueprints. I'm not going to be going into detail what you use them for or what they do or anything like that. So just letting you know right now, if you get triggered easily about spoilers or whether they're really spoilers or not, you might want to just jump ahead a few minutes in the video. Alright, so now that I got that disclaimer out of the way, let's get into talking about building Titania. Now it's going to cost 105,000 credits all in all for the blueprint and the building. And then you're going to need 3 Orokin cells, 1,500 alloy plates, 2 Neurodes, 2,500 polymer bundle, 700 circuits, 3 Nitane, 3,000 ferrite, 900 rubido, 2 tellurium, 2,200 cryotic, 800 plastids, and then 1 control module. And then that's pretty much it. And then let's get into that minor spoiler thing I was saying earlier. Basically in the quest there are these things called apothecs, and I'm going to show you the blueprints and what items you can get right away to make it a lot easier when this becomes available. Now these apothecs are to be used in the Titania quest. Basically you receive blueprints throughout the quest, and you have to build these blueprints with plant extracts that you find throughout the solar system. So I'm going to be showing you the plants that you can scan right now, and then plants that you can scan when the new update comes out. So these are currently the plants you can scan in game right now. They are all on Earth, and Earth has a day-night cycle. So 2 of these plants you'll find during the day, and 2 of these plants you'll find during the night. And then I also have the quantity of the scans you need per plant. So in case you don't know about the day-night cycle, you can go to this website called bestsnacks.com, and they have a day and night tracker on there. And you can select if you're on Xbox One or PS4 or PC, whatever you're on. It will have the tracking time of it and how much time it has left until it transitions into the other time. So that's a good website to check out if you're ever wondering when you can figure out when it's going to change. But you need 12 sunlight thresh cones and 2 sunlight jade leaves, so you can get those during the day. And then 2 moonlight jade leaves and 6 moonlight dragon lilies during the night cycle. Now these plants will be added in with the new update. You'll need 8 frost leaf, which can be found on Corpus Outpost tile sets. You'll need 6 Rux Claw, which can be found on Mars tile sets. 25 Vestian Moss, which can be found on Grenier asteroid mining tile sets. 6 Lunar Pitcher, which can be found anywhere on the moon. And then 2 Dusklight Saracenias, which can be found on Grenier shipyard tile sets. Well, I think that wraps it up for this video. I hope it wasn't too long. I hope you guys stuck around till the end. If you didn't, I still love you anyways, even though you can't hear me. But really, I do appreciate you guys checking out the video, and I hope it was informative. I hope it helped you out and kind of gave you an idea of what all you need to get in order to be ready for this new update. So until next time guys, have a good one.